Hello, my name is Laura Hernandez, and for my research project, I decided to ask some friends how does using social media make them feel? And these were the responses that I got. How does social media make you feel?
Honestly, social media, it lowers my self-esteem. Sometimes just depends on the day, I guess, and what I see. But I feel like it makes me self-conscious about my body, and it portrays like this fake life that people live, and it gives the wrong impression.
Social media in general is like a double-edged sword. Sometimes it's a really good platform, but other times it makes me feel really bad about myself.
Doesn't really make me feel no type of way, but I do always have that thought in the back of my head that like kind of had to watch what I'm posting just because of certain people and how I would be judged. So yeah, that's about it.
It depends with social media, but a lot of the time it makes me feel lonely sometimes, especially TikTok. When I'm watching all the TikToks that I watch, I see a lot of things that I wish I could do, but I see other people doing, so I envy it typically. So.
Using social media obviously is different for everybody. In my opinion, for me, it depends on my mindset when I'm using social media. If I am in a really weird mood, or let's say sad, for instance, using social media could be detrimental to my mental health, to be fair.
I think mostly bad about myself because I compare myself to other people or to the experiences they're living.
Wait, but that's a weird question. Like, how does it make me feel? Like, I'm supposed to have feelings? Doesn't it make sense? I'm not understanding the question.
Social media makes me feel overwhelmed because sometimes there's just so many like false advertising on there and like a lot of pressure to constantly be posting or to be living this best life that you're supposed to be having, but we're all just normal people.
It definitely lowered my self-esteem. I guess it doesn't really make me feel anything, like it's whatever, because I'm just like checking what people are doing and like I don't really care about it that much. It's just like for fun because everyone does it.
Social media. I don't really think about social media that much, but I know some people are more obsessed than others, so I think you should be using social media in moderation. Social media is good for some purposes like spreading awareness for important topics such as like climate change and other political issues, but if you're using social media to compare yourself to others, then I think that becomes a problem, and I try to refrain from that stuff.
Well, considering I have no social media, I pretty much dislike it.
So social media, it really has like all of these feelings with me because at the same time, it makes us feel like more connected, like I'm able to reach out to people like in an instant. But at the same time, it could also make you feel kind of drained, especially when you end up comparing yourself to other people on social media who might be going out more, seeming like they have like the dream life.
The results I obtained from the interview varied. Some people had had a positive experience with social media, while others had had a negative experience. However, when I compared these results from the results that I got from my primary research, where I asked 98 adult participants, how does social media make you feel? The results are quite different. Here are some of the responses that I obtained. According to the Addiction Center, psychologists estimate that about 5 to 10% of Americans meet the criteria for social media addiction today. Additionally, a research conducted by the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health found links between social media usage, body image disorders, and eating disorders. Using platforms such as Facebook and Instagram has been associated with higher body dissatisfaction and the appearance of disorder symptoms. It appears that the more subjects compare themselves to the image they view online, the more their body dissatisfaction and drive for fitness increases. Social media addiction is currently impacting the life of millions of people. However, there are some tips to prevent this addiction. Number 1, raise awareness and inform yourself about the problem. Number 2, recognize the problem. Number 3, do a digital detox. Number 4, Digitally declutter your life. And number 5, use specific tools and apps that will help you curb social media. Lastly, know that you are not alone and there's millions of people out there that are feeling the same way you're feeling.